County Ground Battle League. Subscribe to youtube.com/CGBL Nation.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.
Alright, so after know who was it?
Farrah.
Oh yeah, your bestie.
Farrah.
But that wasn't your bestie at that point though.
I didn't like her.
Oh what? Why you didn't like her?
Cause she wore tie-dye shirts.
Shut up. So at the nigga said tie-dye shirt. So at the time, right after I battled Norma, well during the day of the battle with Norma, Goods and Rex came in, and I remember I told you I was just a little bit into battle rap.
Okay.
And Goods was talking shit with Don Lady, and Rex was just staring. And I'm like,
at you?
Fuck, yeah, I'm like, fuck is he looking at? You know what I'm saying? So he walks up on me like, yo, you cute. And I'm just looking like, who is this little nigga? I'm 5'10", he's short. But tall niggas don't never, I look back like, who is this nigga? And tall niggas don't never talk to me. So he was down there, I don't know.
You look like a little joint.
I know that, but I think I'm just saying. I think I intimidated dudes.
Nah, because you know they be.
Seriously.
I'm sorry.
I think I intimidated.
I don't know back then though. I don't know how you was looking back then.
You just seen it on the fucking video,
I
nigga.
know.
You said the hips was I don't know what you're talking about. Hips was showing, you know what I'm saying? I was like, word. Like, and then at the time it was like, not that it was slim picking, but who you had that was really cute. Like Jazz was still a virgin, so niggas wasn't fucking the
Yo, you're not getting me caught up in that.
You had.
We're not doing that.
No, I'm just saying.
We're not doing that.
It was cute. Who you had? You had Farrah, you know what I'm saying?
I thought
you had me.
Okay.
You had Don Lady. And I can't. The rest of them was questionable. You know what I'm saying? The rest of them was questionable. Like either still coming into their own, or it wasn't like.
What about Tori? Tori was cute. Yeah, I think this is crazy, B.
Yo, why so silent?
Tori is cute though. She
Tori, what? Like, so I'm saying.
That little face is so cute.
And monkeys are cute too. Fuck is y'all talking about?
Gosh.
Don't do that. What I'm saying is, she's not an ugly girl, but when she came there, she was boy body, gel knit with a hair in the front, right? That wasn't cute.
Okay. How much bigger did Tori get from then till now?
She didn't get bigger. She got swag.
Wait, we talking about the wrong thing.
She got swag.
Hold on.
She got no.
All right, you got it. All right.
Can we put her battle? Can you put her first battle on the screen? She was always swaggy, my nigga. She had a little velvet half top.
Fuck it, put the battle.
I don't know what she had on. Come on. Don't do that. Don't do that. What I'm saying is, it wasn't that many joints to pick from, right?
Okay.
And then
we on the same page.
When I was coming up, like I'm 5'10", I had on heels at the battle. They was wedges, so I was at least 6'1".
All right.
Rex is probably what 5'5", 5'4". If we want, you know what I'm saying, we want to be generous. He 5'5", right? And he was the only one that spoke to me. Like niggas was staring, but nobody said nothing. So I was like, oh,
and you were single at the time.
I was. So I was like, oh, that's cute. You know what I'm saying? I just broke up with my baby daddy, and I was just moving out and shit. And then I got to know him from there, and we had like I ain't gonna say semi. It was a relationship, and.
You and Rex?
Yeah.
Oh, so he pulled that ass.
He did.
So that worked. That worked. We're going to get props for props too.
It did. No, it did. But
if he hit you with the yo, what up? And
he did. What was crazy was, not that I was on no groovy shit, but I thought he was Mook. I didn't know his name, and then when he said he was Rex, I didn't know.
Yo, we wildin' today.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
I didn't know.
I knew they was in the same crew.
So I'm asking you a good question right now. Keep it. You have to be 100% honest.
I'm gonna be 100.
So when
was I disappointed?
No, not you're disappointed, but the fact that you thought he was Mook and you felt like Mook was coming on to you. Are you saying that Rex? No. Are you saying that Rex only got the yams because you thought he was Mook?
Absolutely not.
Wait.
I just thought
I didn't hear the Mook coming on to.
I just thought that was his name. It wasn't that Mook is bigger. I just thought that was. I just thought that was his name. And because he didn't say he was Rex, he was like, "Hi, my name is Randy," and I was like, "Oh, hey, Randy," and we started talking.
He said Randy.
He hit you with the Randy, huh?
He did.
Randy said,
"Yo, Rex, I like that."
And then we started
brother.
Talking,
that's right, bro.
Like at the battle, whatever, we started talking, and then I realized he was. You know what I'm saying? He was T-Rex. And then I realized exactly how big of a dude I was fucking with. And then egos got intertwined. Like, I'm not going to hit you today because I'm Rex. And I'm like, fuck out of here, I'm Shuni. So we would go 3 days without talking to each other. And then he'd be like, what's up? And I'll be like, what's up, nigga, where you been? And he's like, okay, I'm in Philly, I'm doing and then it'll be like, alright, I'm coming home, cook pork chops type shit. And that was his favorite dish at the time. Babe, this is just reminiscent. I don't love him or anything like that. I'm just saying. And then he would.
Remember details.
I do. And then he would.
Pork chops his favorite dish.
No, shut up, bitch. He would like. So I had just got an apartment. I ain't have no furniture. Nothing. Nigga used to come. You know what I'm saying, to the crib, whatever. Then I got all my furniture. We was together still. And then it just was. Egos was just too big. Like, you're not gonna treat me anyway because you're Rex, and he was not on it. Like, he was supposed to be on it. I'm like, fuck out of here. I'm big too. Like, I'm Shuni, nigga, and you're not gonna pay me no attention. I'm not gonna pay you no attention. And then
you had a baby. At that time, you already had a baby, though.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
At that time, I already had a baby.
What would you say? What battles were you like dealing with T-Rex? Like, what?
That was right after Norma up until Farrah, and so there was a couple of. I do like 6 months. So me and Rex were dealing for like a good 6 months, and then he just was doing dumb shit. Like, I'll get tight, and then he'd be like,
"Oh no, I'm
at the strip club" type shit. And then I was just like, "What are you doing?" That is not. But then we broke up, and he was like, I got somebody that'll smoke you. And I'm like, fuck out of here. Nobody's smoking me. Farrah. And I'm like, nobody's smoking me. She was godmother. And that was when we broke up. I'm like, don't fucking play with me. And then he's like, oh, I got her. She'll smoke you. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. And then, so he says something, and I'm totally not interested in it. They did the battles, and Farrah battled, who she battled when she had the flip-flops on?
Flip-flops.
Norma? I think she battled Norma when she had the flip-flops.
But she had the pink joint.
Yeah, with the flip-flops.
Pink. Yeah, I think it was the.
I think she battled Norma, if I'm not mistaken. She battled Norma, and she took a shot at me. Now, remember I said I became cool with QB?
Yes, it was Norma.
I went to see my father. My pops is in jail, and he was still in Philly at the time. Well, Pennsylvania at the time. I went to see my folks, so I didn't go to the battle. I get out, you can't take your phone. That's how I get out. My phone is blowing up. It's QB. She like, yo, this bitch took a shot at you. Blah, blah, blah. So she's telling me, and I'm at dinner now. I'm like, word. Alright. So I called Rex. I was like, so this what you want to do? You want to play? And I'm like, alright, nigga, watch. I called D-Boss, had set it up. So he sets it up. Right then and there. He sets it up. Farrah zip him up or whatever. So Rex is like, this is not what you want to do. I'm telling you, this is not what you want to do. She gonna smoke you. And I'm like, watch me smoke her, because you want to play, and don't say shit to me. And I got to the battle, and I seen him. He was watching me. I looked at him a couple times, and I'm just like, don't fucking talk to me. Like, don't talk to me, because you played yourself. And then...
So this was a personal
This was personal. Like, I wanted to fuck her up because we broke up, and now you bringing somebody at me because you mad. That's how I felt.
Real quick.
At the time.
Farrah battled... So you seen her battle Norma?
I wasn't there. I went to see my pops. QB seen it.
Farrah battle now.
I did. I seen her battle at the first one that I didn't battle at because Norma had a death in the family.
Right, so you knew what you were.
I knew she was good. I seen her battle Shayna. I thought she was good. I absolutely thought she was good. And I'm like, oh, okay, bitch got the red finger waves. That's unique.
And
I like it.
You was okay with her presentation that you was talking about?
I thought she was good. Like, she was cute. I felt like she was cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, and at that time, I didn't feel she was smooth with it. I thought she was cute, like Pitbull in a dress type shit. Like, oh, that's the bitch to put on your team that's gonna hold the, you know what I'm saying, the shit in her pussy. Like, she's down. And I thought that was cute.
Yo, we gonna get her the co-host, man.
I thought that was cute. I swear, I thought that was cute. Like, and I was like, I'm not that.
Co-host position.
I know, but he don't know I'm about to sign on. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was cute, and it was like that wasn't the type of shit that I was on, and I was like, yo, that's dope. She's like a rough type of nigga, but she's cute. You know what I'm saying? And then when I found out she had a crew, I'm like, this bitch probably got niggas in her corner. I don't got nobody. Like, DNA wasn't even helping. Like, not helping like that, but he wasn't like structured like this or talk like that. You should say nothing. Like, there was nothing at that point. So I just was like,
you knew QB at that time?
Because that was the only person. And I'm like, niggas had crews and nobody was ever offering me. Like, to this day, the only crew that offered me, I'm in it. Fab Five. They didn't. Nobody else in life has offered me.
You caught 15 minutes of fame.
I mean, but y'all not a battle rap crew, and I'm just like, what the fuck's wrong with me? Why nobody never offered me? This bitch in like 5 crews. Like, she golden. What else you in?
That's crazy. How you announce it?
You was in NHB, bitch in NHB. She fab. Like, nobody ever offered me nothing.
That's crazy.
But back to Farrah, she had a crew. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, alright, I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna do what I do, and I expected her to come like she came. She came with the crew name. She had mad niggas with her. Sean was getting on my nerves. He was talking about my sister on and off camera, and I'm like, yo. And at that point, I got real, and I looked at Rex in his eyes, and I was like, you're playing. I will smack the shit out of her. And at that point, I was ready to like really fuck Farrah up in the ring, like hands and feet, because he was making me so mad. Like,
hold on, did she know what was going on, or she was just?
She just knew that she was the bitch that was coming to take my head off. Like,
yeah, but she knew all the behind the scenes.
She knew that. I'm sure she knew we was dealing, and at the time, I felt like she was dealing with Kayshawn. She never admitted on camera, so I'll never admit it on camera. So I felt like, because that's my bitch. I felt like she was dealing with Kayshawn, and so one time I went and took it back. Because I said it in the battle, I took it back in my, mental Rolodex. I was at the studio with Rex, and I think Farrah was there before I got there. I didn't see her, but Rex was like, oh, Lex was just here. Or he either called her Lucky or Lex, and he said she was just there. And I was like, all right, and I just remembered it. Like, he was pillow talking a little bit with me. And then she had just left, and then I was in there with him, and Sean was there still, and a Spanish joint showed up. So I said, oh, I got her. I'm definitely mentioning that as soon as you left, another bitch pulled up. And that's exactly what I said. What I said, nigga didn't even wipe his dick off before he put it in your mouth. Like, so.
Now let me ask you this, though, because you said Sean was saying shit.
During the battle, he was calling my sister like Shamu and.
Okay, I know you said you wanted to fuck Farrah up, but I was gonna ask
because I wasn't gonna fight a nigga.
Oh, okay.
Because I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't gonna fight a nigga, and I'm like, if this is who y'all bought for me, I'm gonna fight her. Okay. He was calling her, like, he called her Respucia, like shit that didn't have nothing to do with battle, and my sisters are my heart. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, no niggas didn't know my other two sisters. They just knew my heavyset sister, and then my niece was there, so he was like going at them like, oh, look, these big bitches. And it was making me dumb mad. Like, I was tight. Like, y'all can see in the battle when Farrah pushed me, where I was like, come on, you know what I'm saying? I pushed her back, and I'm like, you gonna get a fuck. They cut a lot of shit out. Me and Sean was going at it the whole time, but I was like, you gonna really get her fucked up? Like,
wow, it was that intense.
We was in the ring for like a good 40-45 minutes.
I wasn't there at that one, but like, you could just tell in the battle.
A good 40-45 minutes, and then
like go back and watch that battle, you'll see all the edits. At that point, see it cut. Yeah,
like, and that's why the battle was split in two. And at that point, that's Debo. I don't know if he had the partnership with YouTube yet, and they were still doing the battles in half. So he did the first part and the second part, and I think that's what cut a lot of our views because it was in two parts, right? But during the battle, you had Farrah who's zip him up, and then at that point when I met Farrah, she was still gangbanging. Farrah was still blood at that point. Not that she's not blood no more, but she's she's ladylike. She's calmed down. You know what I'm saying? She's calmed down a whole lot from when I met her. When I met her, Farrah was like in the street. You know what I'm saying? And she was a part of her set from her crew. She's from Cyprus or whatever. And when I said
you knew that in the battle that she was.
I knew she was a gangbanger. I knew that, but I didn't like.
You didn't give a fuck.
I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, okay, what's she gonna do? She gonna slice my face in the battle? No, it's a battle. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't care. But I said this one line. Shout out to Joe Light. I don't know if he came home yet, but free that man, right? He was there, and Farrah was a part of his set as a blood set or whatever. I hope this don't mean no shit, but I said Rex is the leader of y'all gang, and Light got mad like ain't no fucking gang. He starts screaming, and then Sean turns up like the fuck is you talking about? And they start arguing about who's the leader of what
at the battle.
Wow. And they cut all this shit out, and I'm like, come on, this is doing too much. Like, I'm just ready to go. I was aggy, I was tired, and I have this thing where I can't eat the day of the battle, so I just want to still now. Wow. I just because it makes me nauseous, and I don't be hungry until after I battle. Like, so still now, like yesterday I didn't eat until like 1 a.m. but I was like annoyed. Like, I was still like, and I felt like Farrah was like, it was a lot of shit going on outside, but from the outside looking in, I felt like she wasn't prepared, and I felt like she kept going outside to go over her rounds, and I'm like, if you're not ready, you're not ready. Tell that bitch come on now, because I'm ready. And then if she don't come, I'm not battling. I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So then she finally came inside, and I was just annoyed. That's why you see her face. She was still good. I was mad. Like, my whole attitude, like, I was tight, like super tight. And then Sean and Joe Light start arguing. They cut a lot of that shit out or whatever, and they ended up going outside and fighting. And then that's when the nigga got bit and all of that, and it just turned into the legendary Kayshawn Joe Light fight.
Red got into it with Joe Light too. Remember we did the interview?
I don't even remember that, but that
the K-Shine,
that was that was
shit went down in history.
That was in a lot of people's bars after that. You know what I'm saying? And then Farrah exposed me. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas didn't know I was really like fucking with Rex, so she exposed it. Like, you and Rex bones in your backyard. So then
how you took that?
I took it with a rebuttal. I'm like, I did fuck Rex, and after that, I got on my DNA shit. Like, get him the fuck out of here. That thing on his ear was small. Some shit just right here. I said some shit. I forget exactly how I said it.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah, so.
I wish I took that question.
What I said, get him the fuck out of here, is that thing in his pants was smaller than the thing on his ear.
Yeah.
And that's when I became kind of known for rebuttal. You see how mad my face is? Like, look at me compared to now.
I'm kind of staring at your chest. You had the titties out.
My titties was out there, though. It was out there. It was out there.
You was trying to throw niggas off. That's what you was doing. I'm throwing
off. But that was my signature look. You stupid.
I'm throwing off a little bit, right?
The mohawk was my signature look.
No,
and then
you lied.
That's my sister in the pink. And that's when Sean was.
That was your real hair, though? That's not your real.
No, that wasn't my real hair. The battle before Norma was my real hair. That I added hair to it. The battle with Norma was my everything was my hair. And that's my sister, and he was like calling her name.
Which
and
one?
Shit. In the pink. Everybody on that side was with
the
me.
White beater.
Yeah, the girl in the black got the shooty shirt. That's my niece. The girl in the yellow is my best friend Aaliyah. Pink is my sister, the one right there with the round face. That's my other sister. That's my nephew in the gray. Like everybody on that side.
Your sister look concerned.
And then there's one more sister that looks almost identical.
She's right there in the black.
She looks different.
Right there behind the gray. Behind the guy in the gray.
Oh, okay. Okay.
How many
sisters you got?
At BB King,
I got 3 sisters.
Just like.
How many siblings?
7 of us.
Oh, your parents like to do the
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
They do. They got nasty. But then so that was this was real. Like this was real emotions.
I'm finding that out now. Damn.
You can see the vein in my neck. Like I did not like her, and then they cut it out where I was like, "You gonna get her fucked up?" You know what I'm saying? And she was ready. I said it, and she was ready to get a shaking too. Okay. Like I'm not even gonna try to say like she wasn't ready. Like she was ready for whatever it was, but at that point we probably wasn't even gonna make it outside. Like if it was gonna happen, we was gonna fight in the ring, and that was gonna be it. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and a good thing it didn't, because we probably wouldn't have been friends, because I say this to everybody, I don't fight 1D. None of my friends is not fighting around me. I don't care. You should have had your friends with you. We jumping you, and that's it. Because everybody that was on my side would have just jumped in, and that would have been.
Hold on, you're not gonna start off 1D?
No.
Like...
Nope. Don't fight none of my friends around. I don't give a fuck. No.
Okay.
No.
That's different.
Yeah, I know.
It's vintage shown, Jer.
I mean, that's how I was brought up. One fight, we all fight.
That's a fact.
And I don't care what it looked like.
What you thought about this battle at the end? Who won? Who lost? What round? What
I told Farrah I beat her. We still debated.
What round you gave yourself though? Because she was coming.
I thought I had first and third. I definitely had third. First, I had first
I gotta
and third.
remember what rounds was what.
I think Farrah had to say. She definitely wasn't in it in her third. This is when she started like, she just did that and was like, fuck it, and threw the round. Like in the third, because they was already fighting. And she jumped out the ring to go outside because Sean and Homeboy was fighting. Yeah. Sean and Light was fighting already.
Oh, okay. So they was fighting while y'all was battling.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Who said it in their balls that they said that while the Queen of the Ring event was going on?
I don't remember. That was a hot topic.
Somebody was like Joe Light was beating K-Shine. Somebody said it versus K-Shine that Joe Light was beating him while the Queen of the Ring was going on. Queen of the Ring event.
I said something about her pussy. You could smell it with X Factor nose or some shit like that. And that's how I met X Factor. Because I said something about him in the battle. And he was mad. He was like, oh, I heard you said something about me. I'm like, I don't even know you, nigga. I just knew he had a big nose, and that's what everybody was talking about. So I was like, oh, I'm taking that. And I said it, and then he actually watched the battle, and he was like, oh, that was alright. And then we became friends, and then we became lovers, and then shit like that.
Oh, hold on. We're not gonna skip this.
Love and battle rap.
I didn't know this stuff.
Love and battle rap.
Nah,
2 nights in the lady.
You know what?
We have conquered battle rap.
I know.
I'm gonna leave that alone, B.
No, you don't have to. I mean, it's not.
What battle number you in now when that happened?
Right after this.
Okay, so we'll get to that, but let's finish this battle. Now, the battle's over. Farrah left. Mm-hmm. She's outside. Where are you at now? What's your mind frame? Where you at right now after this battle is finally over?
Outside, at first, I didn't know if she wanted to fight or not, and I was with whatever. But then I seen her, and she was just so mad because she didn't, like, you torn in between the two. Like, this is where you grew up at, you lucky, and this is your team fighting the niggas you with now. You would zip them up. Not that you not gangbanging, but this is rap shit and it's real shit.
Okay.
So she's outside going through real shit, like real emotions, you know what I'm saying? So she's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, half tears, half ready to, you know what I'm saying? And I just was like, yo, this some real shit. And it was just, at that point, it was nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't even concerned about what was happening between me and her. It was rap. What she was going through was real shit, and I understood that. You know what I'm saying? Like, where do you stand? Like, you got them on a zip 'em up shirt, but your hair's red because you gangbang. Where you know what I'm saying?
And
like,
this conversation was happening.
We had no conversation. I seen her, and I physically figured out. Like, I just was like, yo, that's real shit. You know what I'm saying? I just was like, it's whatever. And she didn't say nothing. She was going through whatever she was going through. You know, the battle was over. After that, I went home or whatever, and then Debo did something in Brooklyn. I want to say a sparring session or something like that. And we both went, and we were the only two that was traveling back to the Bronx. So that was kind of like the first time we had spoke after. It was maybe like 3 months after the battle or whatever. And it was awkward, but it was like, oh, were you taking a train to? And she was like, oh, I'm going to the Bronx. I was like, I'm going to the Bronx too. So we got on the train, and we sat there on the train. The train was like an hour and a half ride. And we just started sharing stories. And I mean, like, stories from young. So it was like, yo, growing up, this is what happened to me. And I'm like, yeah, well, growing up, I was in a shelter.
And this was on your first conversation?
Our first conversation on the train. And it was like, yeah, I was going, you know, I lived in a shelter. You know, they took the house because my pops is in the feds. And she's like, oh, word, my pops is the time too. It's like, oh, my mother passed away. And I'm like, okay, niggas, you know what I'm saying? People in my family passed away. And it's like, oh, so-and-so was on drugs. Oh, so-and-so in my family was on drugs. And it almost was like that scene from Step Brothers, like, did we just become best friends? And it's like, yup. And I swear, off that one conversation, right before she got off the train, we exchanged numbers. And I mean, we was inseparable. Before I could even get off the train, she texted me like, yo, what's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was almost like, what's up? Like, you know, let me know when you get home. I texted her when I got home, and we never stopped talking from that point on.
Oh, and
we became, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we became best friends, and then that was like my sister. And then from then, you didn't see her without me. You ain't see me without her.
So moving forward after that, after you guys like connected, which comes now, you goes into your third battle, which was the 2-on-2, right?
And Debo,
which is like, so funny, is why every time I try to get an interview with you, what I do?
You call the both. Yeah, like he
always like, because that's how I know y'all.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Where's Farrah? And even to this day, we like either vice versa. If you call her, she'll set it up for me. If you call me, I'll set it up for her. And it became that way. Like, if you book her, you either booking me or you paying for my flight. Vice versa. You either booking me or you paying for her flight, because we come together. Like, we just don't. You know what I'm saying? At this point, Jay wasn't in the picture yet. I didn't know Jay. You know what I'm saying? And it was just me and Farrah. Like, and that was the only person. And I still fuck with QB, but I just felt like I had so much more in common with Farrah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I say we shared shit that was deep, and I'm like, I don't know this bitch, but I felt a connection. Like, if we was gay, she would have been my soulmate type shit. Well, she a little gay. I'm not gay, but she a little gay. She a little gay. We told each other shit that there was, like, we looked at each other like, yo, I never told nobody that in my life, and I just really just met you. You know what I'm saying? And we became inseparable. And that, I think, I want to say it was full time, maybe just about to be like school time or whatever. And I think Debo hit us in November, was like, I got this idea. I want to do a 2-on-2. I want you and Farrah. And he would call me for the business because he felt like I was the more business level-headed, because Farrah, if she don't like something, she's barking immediately. She's not letting you get a word out. And she was barking. Every time that Debo asked for something, she just start going crazy.
Why is that though?
That's her. That's just her. And she'll listen to you after, but you gonna listen, and she go, no, fuck that. You won't listen to me. And she just go off. And then she'll calm down, backside ready and say, all right, say what you gotta say. And then she'll listen and be like, oh, but why you ain't say that in the first place? Bitch, I tried to, but you was wilding. You know what I'm saying? So he would call me for the business, and he's like, I want y'all to do the 2-on-2. So he hit me, and I'm like, who's it against? He said, Don Lady and Tori Dunn. I'm like, all right. I called Farrah. I'm like, yo, they wanted us to do a 2-on-2, and she's like, I like that. Apart from each other, we were both really nothing to fuck with. And then it was like, oh, she made it debatable with two bitches that alright, you know what I'm saying? And then niggas was like, oh, Tori something to fuck with. Niggas knew Dawn, they gave her respect.
I saw Tori.
And that's where you start, exactly, you started to like her. And it was like, niggas was watching the battle because it was me and Farrah. They didn't really know Dawn and Tori. No disrespect, you know what I'm saying? But they was
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.
15 Minutes of Fame Radio. Now stepping into 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.